Okay, I've calmed down a little bit. I had a little time to think about it, and I'm still exactly this where I positioned myself before, Jim. And let me explain to you why more so than every other time that I've said anything else. I'm about good and sick and tired every time you tell me somebody doesn't understand the Fed, gets involved, steps out of the metrics, and there you go and do something dumb like that. Comcast got enough money? Was it a fundamental? Or did you have some quote from Alpha to pull it in there? Some PE ratio on some dip that comes up, man? Because yeah, sure, I hit halogen when you guys get out there on the team and did that one, but she dropped down to 3 and she hadn't moved in weeks. So don't tell me that horseshit inside here about what the federal bullshit that you try to stand out here and say is the goddamn thing. You guys make plenty enough fucking money to have a split share with what was out there, what I put next to that for Facebook's number. Been a better algorithm to put it in there, I do believe. So make sure, check again, just to look into here about why you guys don't need any of that. It has all that Fed bullshit. It wouldn't matter how much money you make in here for it because you're not doing the right things. I don't know if it told me the stock there, but we'll take a look real quick. You would want a platform on a dip like that, because see it there for today, but then, that's still going to see who's going to hit it 6 hours later when that map could be potentially already filled in, and you just put a bunch of people on there to split share. And of course, the gear forces work even more so if this starts to drop down away from whole shares. Yeah, because you just put a bunch of people in there to split shares, they're way out of their platform. I don't. You can't tell me that in the future any of that's predicted, any of that's guaranteed, nor can in this issue. Normally I'm pretty good with you about this, but with comparisons against things like this as a better example, as any better example, not to say that this in Meta platform would be a better example, but try split shares here, if anything, and then just tell them, hey, the market was 330 right there. If it's down this fast in a shorter period, let's look at the time scales. You would expect at least that long, or maybe shorter. And why else would you be there long on this other than to try to find a mountain that's generally out there so you can weights and plates it until eventually you can try that metrics on something like Meta, Boot Barn. Damn. You can't be in this for Comcast for other reasons, and Spectre you guys are. It doesn't matter how much money you make for the horse race in this if you don't start playing that fucking Fed game. This was ridiculous. This whole table in here should be the fucking council. And it shouldn't be anybody else's. No Fed anymore. Look what that thing inside of the government's doing inside here. Look at all these plays. You gonna tell me shit about split shares inside here? RG goes and fucking GameStop in here, and what happened? Then you're trying to put it on Alpha with a bunch of kids because they couldn't afford it. Why would somebody with money put it on split shares? Fucking out of control. Big M&A, not an option because how about a nice Campbell soup? I'm not saying that this is Campbell soup, but how about fucking Campbell soup?